If you're in debt right now, then this video is for you. I'm Ryan, I'm a chartered financial advisor. I've been in the financial services industry for like a decade, and I help people just like you solve these type of problems. I've also been in debt. I've had problems. I grew up from a very dirt poor background, so I can probably relate to you on a number of levels. And there's a number of ways you can tackle this debt. So let me reassure you that by the end of this video, you're going to feel pretty comfortable and confident about what to do next. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about escaping the debt cycle, when to pay off debt versus saving and investing, and then about curbing your spending, and then apps that are really good so you can still purchase and splurge on things and not feel guilty about it. First and foremost, the debt snowball. David Ramsey talks about this. He's got 7 baby steps for everyone and anyone that is having money issues, and it's pretty much a good place to start. The debt snowball is quite simply you listing your debts regardless of interest rate, because if you were smart enough to get into debt, you wouldn't be smart. You wouldn't need this, is the honest answer. So smallest to largest, and don't worry about the interest rates. That's not the point of this. It's about creating new habits, new pathways for you to pay off debt. So you start attacking them smallest to largest. Each time you pay one off, you feel really good about it, and it encourages you to do more. Yes, the smart move would be to have paid the highest interest first, but that's not how life works out. So that's what you do first and foremost. What I'd also recommend you do when you're doing this process is speak to those companies. Let them know what you're doing and create a spreadsheet of your income and expenditure. It may feel laborious, but I assure you, if you open notes on your phone and just type in what your household bills are, what your subscriptions are, yes, your monthly subscriptions probably attack you every single day when it comes to your expenses. So please pay special attention to those and cancel anything. Make it an enjoyable game. And then when you're speaking to these companies, just tell them, like, this is what I'm attacking first. This is my focus. Please, and I mean, you have to ask. If you don't ask, you don't get. That's unfortunately the sad rule with these companies. Ask them to freeze the interest rate. Ask them to set up a direct debit for an allotted monthly payment each month. Some of these credit card debt companies, if it's gone to a debt agency, a debt collector, you can actually go online and you can enter the amount you want to pay and set a direct debit up. They'll give you a suggestion, but genuinely start with the smallest amount first. So literally try £3 setting up until it accepts it, and it will keep rejecting it. And then I know one person had £4,000 with one company, and they managed to set up a direct debit of £5 a month, and there was 0 interest on it. Another person had debt with Monzo. They had a flex credit card, which is basically like Klarna. And Monzo, after speaking to them, actually removed the interest they were charging and then set up a fixed monthly payment. And they don't chase them. They feel much better. They wake up in the morning knowing, if I just pay this amount of £64, if I just pay this every single month, there's no interest, and I'm going to be able to focus on the other smaller debts to clear those and then focus on the bigger ones. When it comes to should I save or should I invest or should I pay the debt off, typically interest rates on cards, loans have a higher rate than you would probably get if you were to invest. If you were to invest into like an index fund, an S&P 500, a world index fund, whatever it may be, realistically, you're probably going to get a 10% return on average, and that's not guaranteed. And no amount of market growth is going to be able to fix that problem for you. So what you need to do is focus on clearing those debts. I would set aside 1 month's worth of expenses just so that you've got a safety net. So if something happens, I don't know, a clutch on the car goes wrong, you need to catch an emergency flight because a family member's sick, or whatever it may be, you've got those expenses set aside and covered for so you can sleep easier at night, because stress management is really, really important. Snowball, pay off debt, prioritize that over investing or any additional saving above an emergency fund. Typically £1,000 is the average emergency fund that most people have, but it really depends on what your income and expenditure is. The third thing I want you to do is to curb spending and turn it into a game. So something I've been trying to do, which I still find really difficult, is to challenge myself to go out and not spend a penny. Like, I like spending time in coffee shops because I work from home a lot, but I try to spend days where I do not spend a penny. This is really hard to do if you live in London, because TfL is like a bloodthirsty vampire, and I get a notification at like 3 in the morning, Satan's hour, every time I've tapped my card on the underground. It's painful, but it's unfortunately a necessity living in London. And that's what I'd urge you to do. Challenge yourself and make it a game, make it enjoyable. Then the final thing to make yourself feel good about buying things is to use apps like Vinted, where you can sell things and then buy things at a discount that are sometimes completely new products, and someone's bought it, realized they don't need it anymore, and then they're selling it. So you get the brand new product, you get to negotiate in a very hostile, free environment, and hopefully get a good deal and sell your stuff for something that's good. So you could sell something for £50, £100 and buy the equivalent, or put it on the debt. And that's what I'd be doing if I was in your shoes. If you've got any questions about that or something specific to your situation, drop me a message in the comments and I will genuinely respond. I respond to every comment and I'll try to be of use.